Join the team.
Hey team, it's the McGuire Review, and today we're going to take a look at Archon Studios' brand new Dungeons and Lasers. Now, there's been quite a few Kickstarters for the Dungeons and Lasers stuff, but this is their first kind of retail offering, and they're going to be offering a lot of different sets in retail, but you can get these now in retail, and here's just kind of some samples of different things you can get. They've got their Sci-fi starter set. Here's a number of different dragons you can get. This is the epic Xenodragon. This is a really unique, cool dragon, kind of the alien style dragon. Here is an example of just a room you can get, which is a Xenogenesis cell. This kind of goes with the feel of the sci-fi theme. What they're going to be doing is offering various different starter sets that are themed out, either sci-fi or tavern or fantasy, underground. There's all kinds of different looks and feels that they're going to have, and they do have, that they've offered through their Kickstarter. And here's just one that's the sci-fi. And then they're going to have rooms, just individual rooms that you can purchase, that you can use to kind of build out your starter sets. And maybe you get rooms that are a little bit of a different style than the starter set that you have here. So when I backed their Kickstarter that they did, I got some rooms that were different themes than the base set that I got. That way, like I got a dwarven underground cavern room, I think is what it was called, that I'm going to use to thematically build out to where if you go into one of these scenarios and you go to this, door or trap door or something you find, you can go underground and then that's what you would see. So it's really cool how you can theme that and get rooms that match the set or rooms that are different. And then they do offer this fantastic animal companion set. And I will have to be honest, if you are looking for miniatures that are the animal companions or familiars or whatever you want to use it for in your tabletop RPG games or even your board games, this is the animal companion kit and set to get. I can't recommend this set enough. You do get 24 little different miniatures in here that are all animals, and 3 of those miniatures are going to be mimics, so you get some mimics in there as well. One of them's a treasure chest, looks like a safe, and a vending machine. And another thing that's really cool about this set is the animals that you get are themed either fantasy or sci-fi, and there's a lot of them where you get 2 of each, like 2 of the bears, the dogs, pretty much all of them you get 2 of each outside of Roblin the Goblin, and then the dragon and the owl. But everybody else that you get here in the kit, the turtle, the bear, and they got a bear. I mean, so phenomenal. They got a bear in the set. You do get a space theme as well as a fantasy theme. So if not anything that you see here today interests you and you like miniatures, go pick up this animal companion set. You won't be sorry, trust me. So we're going to get these open quickly just to kind of show you what's in these packs, because it is more from the hobby perspective. These do come on the sprues. They're going to have to be popped out of those sprues, as well as built and then painted if you want to paint them. Now, they are push fit, so it's not going to be something where you're going to need to glue. Some people that do this hobby do like to glue. That's completely up to you, but they are push fit. It does not require glue in any way. We'll go ahead and get our animal companion open here first. Then you'll see, as we get these open, some side-by-side miniature cam where we will put some of these together. I'll do that off camera and have Bear come back and hit that for us. That way we can kind of go through the video and you can see to the side here what some of these do look like as they get popped out of the sprues. We'll find a little promo piece in here explaining some of the packs and different offerings they have, as well as an assembly guide that will help you go through and build each one of the pieces. Again, they only are made from a few pieces each. Looks like most of them have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So anywhere from 5, 6, maybe 7 pieces, some of them less. So they aren't too, too crazy. And then you'll see here on the sprues each one of those pieces. So the first thing we'll do is we'll look at just kind of the quality of what we've got here. Now, Archon Studios is known for very high quality miniatures. So what I'm seeing so far does look really good. Everything's deep cut. It does look like there's a high level of detail. I love how all of the bases are completely done, and we'll have some up close camera work on this as well. You can see it up close, but the bases are all very uniquely sculpted and done, which is something that's really nice. They didn't need to do that. They could have just left those bases plain, but they went the extra mile and really sculpted out those bases. And that will add a lot of feel and flavor to the model once it does get all built. Very cool. Very cool. Now again, if you want these to look like they do on the pack, you're obviously going to have to paint them. You can just leave them unpainted if you don't want to paint them. There's also a lot of easy things you can do with just simply basing the models, maybe hitting them with a little bit of dry brushing, a little bit of wash, and you can bring all that detail out, kind of, get some light highlights on it. And you don't have to go any further than that. You'll be very surprised what you can achieve just with basing a model, washing it, and dry brushing it. You're able to get a lot of detail out of your model. That's what you'll find here in the animal is 3 sprues and your instructions. Okay, we're going to get this out of our way. And let's go ahead and open up this. I'm not going to open up the room because it's going to be just another set of tiles. The dragon is going to be very similar. I do want to get that one open just to give you a feel for the dragon, because I think this is a unique offering as well, is, just providing a model of just a dragon to buy, because, again, this can be used in a lot of different applications. That's what's so cool about this stuff, and it's pretty low cost too, I think, for what you're getting. But that's what's so nice about this. It can just be used for literally anything that you really want to use it for. So here's the assembly guide. It doesn't look like it's too in-depth. And then there's just, wow, yeah, this is not a hard build at all. I would have assumed this would be a lot more pieces than this. So you just have 2 single sprues here and another one, which looks like there's a number of like eggs and different things that are on there. Now that's interesting. I don't know if that's part of the actual model or if that goes on the base. It does. Well, yeah, it looks like the eggs go kind of on the base. That's pretty cool. So you'll get some of those Xeno eggs down there on that sculpted base, which would be awesome. Now I'm looking here at the wings. It is a nice hard plastic, so that's good to see. It's not a really flimsy plastic or thin plastic. It's a pretty thick plastic that they're using there for those wings and the body. I absolutely love the sculpting on the tail. Wow, that is awesome. It's almost like pointy. It's so deep cut and sharp. That's nice. Lots of detail. These look really good. These are going to look absolutely fantastic once this is washed and painted. And I'm, for me, for this Xenodragon, I'm going to take probably a very easy paint route out with this. I'm probably just going to follow that of basing, and then I will base with some kind of green. I will wash it with a green wash, and then I will come back with probably another color of green and do like some really cool poppy greens, like neon green washing, or I'm sorry, neon green dry brushing on this model, and I think it will really stand out and pop, and it looks super, super cool. And for something like that, you could definitely get away with just doing that and it looking fantastic versus going in and having to do a super detailed paint job. So that's how I'm going to do my dragon, 100%. That is phenomenal. I'm going to build that one, I think, right away, because that is super, super cool. And again, just our little marketing piece of material there. So we'll get that up out of the way here. And then I do want to open this one as well. I'm not going to open this. It's just going to be another room of tiles. But this one here, one thing that's cool about their starter sets, and specifically the one that they did with the Sci-fi starter, is that it also comes with customization bits included. So there's a little... there's a number of bits that are going to be included that you can customize to put inside of your rooms as you build them out. And this is just an example here. It doesn't have to be built or look like this. You can build this in any way that you want, but you get that much stuff to build out rooms. These are also fully stackable. So you may want to build like an elevator shaft or a tower that's like a 4x4 that goes up multiple layers that you can just take off one at a time as your group is going down through. And then to see the extra bits added in, I think was a really nice add-in. They could have got away with just doing the tiles, but to add those customized little bits in that you can use to have, you know, a portal or a computer station or a little pillar or, you know, a little pad that you have to interact with to open a special door or something. That was pretty cool that they went that route of adding that in. And this really comes at a fantastic price. You'll be able to find the link to these in the video description below, where you can go to Archon Studios and check out their Dungeons and Lasers and the things they are bringing to retail. And I think you'll see when you see the retail pricing of these starter sets, it's a pretty good deal for what you're getting. So let's get some of this out. You'll find all the sprues here. It does come in a dark gray. This is all a push fit as well. It does have this little system here where you'll take one of these pieces and you will literally just pop it into a tile, and then you'll pop another tile on. It's that simple. It's that easy. It travels well. It paints well. And again, I'm not... For me, you know, I'm going to use this for probably, like, when I play Starfinder. That's what I'm going to use this for. It's going to be my Starfinder Sci-fi set. I definitely want to paint these tiles, but I'm not going to go in and, like, hand paint every... That's the thing. You can do that if you want to. There's a ton of detail on all these tiles. Like, a ton of detail in sculpting. And there are many different ones, right? They're not all the same. There's so many different types of tiles that are included. I'm probably just going to give it a base coat, hit it with like some silver, hit it with some dry brushing, and then I'll come back with some coppers and some silvers and do a little bit here and there spot paint brushing just to kind of bring out some of the larger, you know, items that are in the tiles. And that's it. We'll call it done. It'll be table ready, and it'll look absolutely fantastic for your players. All right, here's another sheet of those connectors, and then this is all of the tiles that you're going to have. So you can see it's a ton of stuff. And then here are going to be all of the bits. So no tiles here. These are all the extra bits that you're going to have that you're going to be able to add in to your setup. And there, again, there's just all kinds of stuff. You can literally physically attach them to the tiles. Some tiles have like this right here. Some tiles have little holes in them, you'll see. And then some of these have little pegs where you can just peg those right in there if you want it or you don't want it. You can also just decide, well, I'm not going to put anything in that hole. That's just going to be a hole that a player can see through if they want to for a particular mission. And I'm just going to set this thing right on the ground, and maybe it's an objective that someone needs to get to be able to get through. You can also use this stuff in the board game world, and that's why, you know, here on the channel, we're trying to bridge a lot of this stuff together. Yes, traditionally, these would be utilized and probably will be utilized for the most part in tabletop RPG adventures. However, if you have a board game that has a board that is like this, that is, you know, squares, because you can see each one of these is kind of broke into 4 squares, you could literally set these out and create your own little board that would replicate the game maybe you were playing. You could use these bits to represent things that would be potentially in that board game. It's just, that's the thing. You can really deluxify even your board game experiences with these types of things, especially for games that Archon Studios has already done. Okay, so that is going to be the Dungeons and Lasers set. Again, I think it's fantastic stuff. I do highly recommend this product. They have done a lot of successful Kickstarters. I'm sure they'll have more successful Kickstarters to come. It's high quality stuff. It really is good. Again, I personally backed the last Kickstarter they did. I got a ton of stuff. It's stacked up right over there. So I do believe in this product, and I do think it is a great product. So hit that like, hit the subscribe below to join the team. Keep rolling them crits. This has been the McGuire Review, and we'll see you next time.